Hello everyone. So I have created a tag and I am going to tag Todd the Librarian and anyone else who likes your music, books, or they just plain want to do the tag. So I have come up with, I think I did 7 questions. And I'm basically going to call this the Lana Del Rey lyric tag. And if you want to change it to music or movies or whatever else, you can. But I'm doing it as a book tag. It's kind of hard because it's Lana, so most of these feel very tragic. I mean, that's kind of my thing too. That's like my favorite music from her. But yeah, so these are the questions. Number 1. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me when I have nothing left but my aching soul? So, name a love, any kind of love, young, old, um, straight, male, female, whatever. That is based mostly on personality and what the characters do for each other rather than their looks. And for that one, I am going to go with Hazel Grace and Augustus. Oh my god, it's one of my favorite books. I almost forgot the guy's name because I mainly call him Gus. From The Fault in Our Stars. And those kids just went through so much. And I like that they could make each other laugh and they were there for each other in such a hard time. Because if you don't know what the book is about, it is about 2 teens that meet at a cancer support group. So again, it fits in with Lana's tragic love songs. Number 2. I put the radio on, hold you tight in my mind. Isn't it strange that you're not here with me? So name a book where the character or characters are more affected by another character's absence than their presence. I know, these are kind of wordy, sorry. And that one I picked Clay and Hannah from 13 Reasons Why. And if you don't know what 13 Reasons Why is, I've never watched the TV show. I really don't have interest in it because it's a single book, and I don't think you should make an entire series out of a single book. But basically, it's about a boy named Clay who liked this girl named Hannah. Hannah, and it's no surprise, it's what the story is based around. She actually ends up committing suicide, and she sends out these tapes that basically say if you're on there, you're part of the reason why. And of course, Clay received these tapes, and the book is about him going through town and listening to each tape because she doesn't tell you what tape you're on, so you have to listen to everyone's tape to get to yours, and you're supposed to pass it on. So basically it's him learning about what these people did, how it affected her, and him trying to get to the tape to figure out why he's on there. So obviously he's very, very much affected by her death. Number 3. I think I'll miss you forever, like the stars miss the sun in the morning skies. So name a book where the characters have lost people important to them, and it doesn't necessarily always have to be a main character. It could be the main character's friend, maybe the grandpa died, maybe their boyfriend broke up with them, or girlfriend, or whatever. So for this one, I'm definitely going to have to pick Mockingjay. I loved it. Unlike a lot of people, I think it was a decent ending. There were things I was upset about, and I was definitely upset about a lot of the deaths in there. I understand why some of them happened, but it's like you just felt so bad for these characters. Because it kind of reminds you of real life and how much it sucks. No matter what you do, it doesn't always work out, and sometimes life is just really crappy. And yeah, it feels like a big slap in the face. The deaths in this book was just tragic, especially one. And it's like, oh, that was the whole point of everything. But I won't give too much away. You definitely should read it. Number 4. Now you're just another one of my problems. Because you got out of hand, we won't survive. We're sinking into the sand. So name a romance or a friendship that should never have been. And of course, a lot of people could say Twilight for this. But I'm going to go with Looking for Alaska. Because if you watch my wrap-up, you will know that it's a book I struggled with, not because it was hard to read, but because I couldn't decide if I liked it or not. Because I liked the writing style and everything of it, but it was a book where I pretty much liked the side characters more than the main characters. Basically, it's about a boy named Miles. He goes to a boarding school and falls for this girl named Alaska. And Alaska is in a relationship, then stuff happens, and it's like basically borderline cheating in a way, which I don't go for at all. And it's like, no, it's not good, it's not healthy. I don't really understand what's so special about this girl, and yeah, it just doesn't end well for Miles. Number 5. And there's no remedy for memory. Your face is like a memory. It won't leave my head. Your soul is haunting me and telling me everything is fine, but I wish I was dead. So what is a tragic story based on tragic love? And I'm actually going to have to go with the poem, which is technically a narrative poem, or whatever you want to call it, poem/story, which is The Raven, which everyone knows is by Poe. And I know it's kind of like gothic cliche and everything to like Poe and everything, but I honestly think that poem is beautifully written and just very sad. It's very much more sad and emotional than it is really spooky or dark. It's like the darkness plays up on that sadness, and it's kind of relatable in a way if you've lost somebody. So number 6 is, God knows I lived, God knows I died, God knows I loved, God knows I lied, God knows I begged, borrowed, and cried. God knows I lost, God gave me life, God knows I tried. So who is a character that just keeps going no matter what? They keep trying to be strong, and they just keep going. So I can give a few answers for this. My number 1 will always be Katniss Everdeen. That girl has just been through so much through that series. Another one would be Hazel from The Fault in Our Stars, which is the very first book I mentioned in this one. Obviously having a sickness like this and just sickness like that, and trying to, just live life. There's Cinder, who was discriminated against in the Lunar Chronicles, or at least in that first book. I have to continue the series because of her being a cyborg. So yeah, there's many characters that have a lot of things against them that, just seem to be strong characters, at least in my opinion. Oh, what can I do? Life is beautiful. So this is number 7. Life is beautiful, but you don't have a clue. Sun and ocean blue, they're magnificent. It don't make sense to you. So a book with a sad and bland setting. Not bland isn't boring, but like for the characters, there's not a whole lot going on in their world. Like something that you probably wouldn't want to live in. And I most definitely could say the Hunger Games for this one. The fact of what they do to children and poor families and everything. But a really good one for this one, I would definitely say, would be The World of the Giver. And in their world, everything is pretty much laid out for you. You don't pick your children, you don't pick your spouse, you don't pick your job. People aren't allowed to see color, they're not allowed to experience different seasons, they don't even know these things exist. And it's all for like making the world safer, but the thing is that you have to give up so much enjoyment in life for that. And that is just a really sad and very bland world to live in. So that is my tag. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.